quick and clean version of the current topics in STEM presentation on Hour of Code for December. If you were unable to attend, I am sharing this is the quickie version as well as the complete meeting if you'd like to listen in on the conversation that's available to you. But this is going to be the quick version. During every current topics meeting, I do go through some housekeeping, but we're going to skip through that and also try and hit some hot topics. Hot topics for this month is just previewing what is available through your College and Career Readiness membership in terms of meetings for you, meetings for employers and families in your community, but you can look through that on your own time. I should have pointed out on that first slide, these slides are available. They're in your email, but there's the bit.ly, there's the scan code if you want to follow along. So you can, all of these are linked to registration for those events. Our topic for today is Hour of Code. I'm not going to play this video during this short recording just to save time, but it is a really nice introduction to what Hour of Code is about. Gives you some kind of behind the scenes looks at some of the excitement that happens with Hour of Code. What is Hour of Code? It is an international learning event. It's not a computer science curriculum. Ideally, it would lead into computer science curriculum and build excitement for computer science curriculum, but it really is a one and done enthusiasm builder. The focus is on fun. The focus is on power and empowerment. Everyone can do it. And computer science touches all of our lives, no matter what our personal and professional lives look like. Computer science involves all of us. So during this Hour of Code, all the participants will complete a coding puzzle with a partner. And if you just watch this quick little video, I just sort of took a screen recording of myself working on an hour of code. So the kids get a prompt here that asks them to do one step of the puzzle, and their progress is tracked in some little bubbles up here, and they're using block coding, where there's some choices of things to choose here. They put them together, and these are the instructions, and then over here is where those instructions are carried out. And this is one that's sponsored by NASA. It's called Create a Planet, where they're actually creating a little mini solar system, or a little planetary system. So that's what Hour of Code is. It's just a 1 hour empowerment event. Why does that matter? I would argue that computer science is a basic skill that every single student should have access to, not as an elective, but every single kid gets some computer science background, because computers affect all of our lives. We need to know how they work. We need to use them and control them rather than letting them control us in some cases. An experience with coding and computer science is empowering, and it breaks down barriers. Kids will no longer feel like that computer science, that's for some other kid. That's for those super smart kids. That's for those rocket scientists. It is a basic skill that everyone can do and everyone should have experience with. And again, there are some, a slide here that you can look through. This offers some really interesting and compelling statistics. If you need to make the case with your administration, if you need to make the case with families, why this is an important event to build enthusiasm around computer science, these slides are incredibly powerful. And again, these are available on the Hour of Code website, so you can look through them. You can take screenshots of them, share them on social media. And it's not all about go out and get a fancy high-paying computer science job, although, hey, that would be great too. It really kind of sets the stage for this is a creativity moment. This is something that affects all of our lives. And there's some really good statistics there. So that's the why it matters. Okay, now how do you make it yours? I would suggest that the most important thing here is this little toolkit. There are a lot of resources here for you, and I would also like to think that one of your biggest resources is your access to your College Career Readiness team. Myself, I have planned many Hour of Code events, and I would love to help you plan yours. So if you are thinking about Hour of Code, please just hit me up. I'll help you plan whether you need a little bit of help or you really want me to kind of help and dig in. Whatever support you need. But these 3 steps, if you wanted to DIY, these are kind of what it means to plan an Hour of Code event. Prepping, planning, and training. Checking with your IT, making sure that you've got the infrastructure that can handle it. Building excitement with your students, but also your families and your businesses, and that's something I can help you with. And then prepping your students and making sure that they're ready to be successful. In terms of classroom management, my mantra is freedom within limits. So they are expected to be pretty independent. The Hour of Code puzzles lend themselves to that. They walk the students through step by step by step. But I think from a classroom management perspective, having the rules that you see on this little poster that I've screenshotted on your slide, those are the rules that I used in my classroom. Those are the rules that I suggest folks use. They get a limited menu of puzzles. There's literally thousands of them out there for Hour of Code. You don't want to give your kids access to thousands. They'll spend forever deciding. So give them a limited menu, and I have in that toolkit some of the ones that I like, so you can have a little bit of a limited menu for yourself to choose from as well. And I always insisted that they choose from that limited menu, and once they have chosen, they have to work that puzzle through to the end. They are designed to be a little bit hard and a little bit tricky right in the middle, and they will want to quit, and they will say it's impossible and they can't figure it out, and could we just start over and do a different one? Don't let them do that. The beauty of the system is that they get through that tricky part on the top. They use their hints, they use their friends, they figure it out, and once they get over that hump and they complete the puzzle, they feel like rock stars. So they got to work one of those puzzles through to the end. In order to do that, when it gets hard, there are hints available online. They can back up and try again. They can get help from another team. They will be pair programming with a partner, and the partner can help them figure things out. And once they have that rock star moment, they've completed their Hour of Code, you will have a few teams that will finish early, and you can encourage them to work on a second puzzle once that first puzzle is done. That's kind of their reward at the end. And there's also some fun certificates and different things that you can add in if your kids are into that kind of stuff too. Your job, once you have set this all up, is to be the coach and the cheerleader. So when the kids are stuck, you teach them how to get unstuck. It's not your job to unstuck them. I would strongly suggest that you walk through an Hour of Code puzzle yourself when the kids are not around, so that you kind of get the rhythm of it, but it is absolutely not your job to figure out how to get them past step 7. It is their job, and there are hints available, and they will figure it out. Someone in the class will figure it out, and then they get to be the leader, and it's really fun. So this toolkit is here for you. Again, lots and lots of resources there for you. I encourage you to use it, but most of all, I encourage you to contact me. If you're going to run an Hour of Code event and you need some support, my contact information is here for you. I would love to run it, help you, be there with you, get you some business partners, whatever, some volunteers, some helpers, and help build excitement with your class and your community. And if you don't need that kind of support, I just want to hear about it, because Hour of Code is a really cool, empowering event, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks.